The old dance hall was set to close. She just needed one last dance with the man she'd never forgotten. The marquee, once a beacon of light in Willow Creek, now flickered with a tired sadness. Grand closing, it read. For 80 years, this hall had been the town's heartbeat, a place of first dates, anniversarias, and whispered dreams. For Clara, it was a museum of her youth, and tonight, it was closing its doors forever. She pushed open the heavy oak doors, the scent of floor wax and faded perfume washing over her. The ballroom was almost empty, just a few couples swaying gently under the dim lights to a melancholic waltz. Clara's eyes scanned the room, her heart a nervous drum against her ribs. She wasn't just here to say goodbye to a building. She was here for a ghost. A memory. His name was Leo. 50 years ago, on this very floor, they had shared their first and last dance. He was a traveling musician with eyes the color of a summer sky and a smile that promised adventure. She was a small-town girl, rooted to Willow Creek like the ancient oaks that gave the town its name. They danced until dawn, caught in a whirlwind of stolen glances and unspoken promises. He'd vowed to come back for her. He never did. Life went on, as it always does. Clara married a kind, steady man, raised 2 children, and built a good life. But a small, secret part of her heart always remained in this dance hall, forever twirling with the boy who played the guitar. As the waltz faded, the bandleader stepped to the microphone. "Folks, we've got time for one last song," a special request for an old friend. The opening notes of a familiar tune filled the air. It was their song, the one Leo had written for her that night. Clara's breath caught in her throat. Her eyes welled with tears, blurring the faces in the room. "May I have this dance?" a voice asked, raspy with age, but impossibly familiar. She turned, and there he was. Time had etched new lines on his face. His hair was silver, but those summer sky eyes were unchanged. It was Leo. He took her hand, and the 50 years between them melted away. As they moved across the floor, it was as if no time had passed at all. They weren't an old woman and an old man. They were 2 kids in love, lost in the music. "I tried to come back," he whispered, his voice thick with emotion. "Life, it just got in the way. I never forgot you, Clara. Not for a single day." "I never forgot you either," she replied, her voice barely a whisper. The music swelled around them, a perfect, poignant soundtrack to their reunion. They didn't speak of the lives they'd lived apart, of the mischances and the what-ifs. There was no need. In this one, final dance, they said everything. As the last note hung in the air, they stood still, holding on to each other under the fading lights of the old dance hall. The building was closing. An era was ending. But for Clara and Leo, it wasn't a goodbye. It was a hello, 50 years in the making. Their story hadn't ended that night long ago. It had just been waiting for the music to start again. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, please give it a like and subscribe for more tailies. That remind us, it is never too late for a second chance. We'll see you in the next one.